swapped his boots for something like this, a better roll with a vengeance. To the rivers of Britain, armed with gentles and bread paste, determination and patience, come the anglers, seeking perch and bream, roach and rudd, and the tranquility that for them only fishing can provide. But they're not all discussing the one that got away. There's talk that the king of sporting fish may return to the River Thames. Return to spawn as it used to in the days when the Thames was one of the great salmon rivers of Britain. The news follows a plan to purify the river, to reduce pollution and allow it to increase its oxygen content. In the early 1800s, the Thames became virtually an open sewer. Factory waste has added to the pollution over the years. The oxygen in the water which salmon need to survive on their journey from the sea is almost negligible. If the plan is successful, if the river could be made fit for salmon, how would they be introduced? We went to the North Molton Salmon Hatchery in Devon to see the system that could be used to restock the Thames. Eggs are taken from adult salmon and hatched out in large trays immersed in running river water. In the last year, over 1 million eggs have been hatched and reared. The baby fish, kept until they're about 1 year old and some 6 inches long, are carefully reared in freshwater tanks. Before reaching the age when they'll migrate to the sea, the young salmon parr are taken to whichever river is to be stocked. A year or two later, they'll start their journey to the sea to return fully grown. And here's the point about stocking a river artificially. Without exception, all the fish that survive will return to the river where they were introduced. So young salmon hatched in Devon could be introduced into the Thames with the certainty that they'll return to the Thames. But once they're in the river, they're not left entirely to themselves. A special electric fishing technique has been developed. A long probe is used to give them a quick knockout shock. This allows the fisheries board to establish their survival rate, learn about those hatched out naturally, and classify the entire river population. Electric fishing is quite harmless, but it does give valuable information about a restocking program. The last recorded salmon to be caught in the Thames was in 1836. But the news that they may return doesn't only concern sportsmen. Salmon are a valuable source of food, and they draw all their nourishment from the sea. When you think that a tiny fish weighing a few ounces will return weighing 20 pounds or more, it's a pretty fair return.